From the KHOU11 studios, it's Great Day Houston. And now, here's your host, Deborah Duncan.
We always get. So what happens when you eat healthy, you exercise 5 days a week, but you're gaining 20 pounds? After you throw out your scale, you might do what our next guest did. She went to the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Dr. Stephen Hotze joins me again, along with his patient Pam W and her husband David. All right, this story that you went through of you exercise and you eat right, but yet you kept gaining weight is so frustrating, yet so many people are dealing with it.
Absolutely, and my cholesterol was skyrocketing, and they wanted to put me on Lipitor. They told me I couldn't eat green enough to control my cholesterol.
Yeah.
So Lipitor was the answer, and I was like, I don't think Lipitor is the answer.
Because something was wrong. You're trying to figure out what was wrong.
So I went and bought a book, How to Treat Cholesterol, and I read it.
Yeah.
And I started realizing, maybe I have a thyroid issue.
Oh, no, it couldn't be that.
Couldn't be.
Right? And the funny part is when you go in and talk to, sometimes you talk to several doctors. I know when I went in, I kept saying, I'm gaining weight. I'm gaining weight. And they're like, you need to eat right and exercise. And then, Dr. Hotze, you have so many patients who come into you and say, please believe me, I am. And you do believe them because oftentimes we just think that's an excuse that they're giving.
Absolutely.
Well, that's right. And Pam, you figured that cholesterol was tied to hormones.
Yeah.
Like somebody just figured out that hormones are we read today in the program, hormones are tied to
your emotions.
Your emotions.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wow, what a novel idea.
And of course, the hard part with the husband is that you're watching all this unfold, and you know she's doing everything she can, but there, no results are happening.
She's working hard at it, but it's just frustrating.
Yeah. All my husband could say to me once was, well, maybe we'll just buy new bigger clothes. That was not the right answer. All right. So, Dr. Hotze, the right answer is...
Well, here's the key, is that when Pam came in, she had a history. She had a hysterectomy 9 years prior to that. So that she was on some conventional hormone therapy just with estrogen. Well, what that does to a woman is that throws her into a situation where she becomes hypothyroid because the estrogen causes the liver to make thyroid binding globulin, which binds up thyroid hormones, and you don't get it into your cells well enough. So she was functionally hypothyroid. Yeah. She had enough sense to investigate it. And how in the world you found us? I don't know. How did you find us?
Well, I'd seen in the Southwest magazine.
Yeah, your husband's a pilot for Southwest.
He's bringing the magazine home going, honey, look at this, baby.
I'd seen the ad, read them many, many, many times. And I actually had a friend who had gone to you several years earlier. And so I just started researching this, and as the more I looked, I was like, you had more of the comprehensive plan. It wasn't just strictly the hormone.
And the comprehensive plan is finding out what is going on in your body.
But the plan was also your nutrition. And so, Americans, we don't know. We have all this information. We're more knowledgeable than we've ever been. But yet, we really don't know what good nutrition is.
Right. We don't because we get bombarded on TV with bad nutrition.
And food is not what it used to be.
And the food triangle has flipped.
Yeah. And Dr. Hotze, I want to get back to when you say thyroid, too. The other thing is all the things that thyroid can impact. One of it is your metabolism.
Well, that's exactly what thyroid does, is it governs your body's metabolic rate. It governs your energy production in your body. So if you don't have enough thyroid in your cells, your energy level is going to be low, and that's going to affect everything, the way you think, the way you feel, the way your heart functions, your weight, and all that. So it was fairly simple when Pam came in. Who do you see, Dr. Ellsworth? So Dr. Ellsworth made a clinical judgment. Yeah, you've got all the signs and symptoms of low thyroid. We know you went through a hysterectomy, and we know your hormones aren't right. We know we've got to get you on an eating program. So we started on some natural desiccated thyroid hormone, not counterfeit hormones, not the synthetic, but the natural, and some progesterone and a good eating program and vitamins. And that was how many years ago? 2.
And David, did you get a new wife?
It was incredible, and how quickly. It was very quickly. I'd say 90 days. There was a significant difference in 90 days.
Yeah, and so then the weight starts coming off, you start feeling good.
Now, we don't do weight, ours is not a weight reduction program.
Weight reduction
People invariably will lose weight if they get their metabolism up and eat right, your weight falls off.
Because now when you start working out, it counts. Before you're in a deficit, nothing was happening.
So did you lose any weight?
I lost 20 pounds. I lost the 20 pounds I gained. So. And the most important thing is I can sleep.
Right, and you can sleep. Because the other thing is that you could be so
I can
tired
sleep.
during the day, but when it's time to sleep, you couldn't sleep. And you're right, Dr. Hotze, it's not a weight loss program. The point is that you will end up losing weight if you're doing the right thing. Your body will go to where it needs to be.
Now, what's fortunate about Pam is that she was not given antidepressants before she came in by her physician. But although a year later, when your cholesterol, what did your cholesterol do? Did it get normal?
It went from 228 to 175.
So, and remember, a classical sign of hypothyroidism is elevated cholesterol. It's not that you're low in Lipitor or Crestor, it's that you probably don't get enough thyroid in your cells, so your metabolism is slow. So you told your doctor a year later, you went back and you saw your OB-GYN.
And she was very upset, and she told me that I needed to go off everything that he had put me on, and that I need to go on Lipitor and gain the 20 pounds. I did not need to lose the 20 pounds.
Wow.
And I said, well, I respectfully agree to disagree.
Yeah, and I think that this is a conversation for another time, Dr. Hotze, but fundamentally the difference is, are you going to medicate my symptoms, or are you going to take care of the cause so I don't need those other medications and my symptoms go away? All right, Dr. Hotze brought a copy of his new Hormones, Health, and Happiness audiobook for everyone in our audience. It explains in detail a lot and more of what we've been talking about. For those of you at home, you can order your copy from physicianspreference.com, and the shipping is free. Dr. Hotze also hosts a radio show, Health and Wellness Solutions. You can catch it every day, Monday through Thursday, from noon to 1 p.m. on 700 AM KSEV. And to make an appointment with the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, you can call 281-698-8698, 281-698-8698, and you can be flying high like Pam is now. Or log on to HotzeHWC.com, and she's got her own pilot. How about that? All right. Well, many of us self-medicate